What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another beautiful, smelly episode of the Cologne podcast. I didn't prep that. It was clear. Couldn't figure out what I was going to say. I'm Myke.
And I'm Ryan. And we're two best friends going on a fragrance journey, smelling out all the good and evil in the world and giving our uneducated opinion on it.
That's right. And in fact, this episode is a journey, Ryan, because you don't even know what we're doing.
In fact, it actually was going to be one episode. And I was like, hey, you ready, buddy? He's like, yeah, but it's not that. Stop looking it up. We're going to do one that I want to pick out.
That's right. Because this episode, Ryan.
What the fuck is this?
This is a blind buy. This is a gamble.
What the fuck is this? Hey, he comes in here
with a BJBW.
That's right. Big, juiceable, body worthy. All 5 slots are filled on Patreon, folks, if you want to get that coffee cup.
That's right. You're out of luck.
Man, I got to be able to say what we were going to review.
Okay, go for it.
We were going to review, we're going to go back in time and revisit Hasavat by Nation A. And he said no. But then he comes walking in here with a brand new sealed Nation A Credo.
Yes. Let me tell you the story behind this.
Do tell.
A long time ago, Ryan, before even the podcast began.
Before God created Earth.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a young man who just started getting into fragrances. We were just talking about it, and I went, I'm not going to be able to afford all these fancy ones, so I bought a bunch of colognes. You remember that time?
Oh, I remember when you went through that phase. That was a rough phase.
One of those colognes was a fucking home run.
Really?
Yeah, I did a video on it. The Sensual Obsessions Wood Passion, which is their version of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but it was done better. We did a video on it.
Okay.
And I loved that. And I was like, God, the only problem with it is, and this happens with clones a lot, and I don't know what the deal is, but that fragrance had set, like now when I spray it, that clone, it's really dingy. And it's no hate against Sensual Obsessions, but I don't know what happens when they sit on the shelf. Something happens over time. Those fragrances kind of get wacky. So I can't really wear it anymore because it's really bad for like the first 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like something's going wrong with it. It's not like it was whenever I first bought it. This was 3 years ago. So it has,
Maybe it was like a seal issue or something.
I don't know, but it's done that to a couple of them. So last year's Milan.
No, this year's.
No, last year.
Oh, so the first time you went.
Yes.
Okay.
There was another fragrance company, and they were just starting, and they weren't in America yet. They were only in the UK. They had a fragrance that smelled like that clone, only a little bit better, and it was called Coffee Noir.
Okay.
And it was this woodsy sort of pine type smell.
Okay.
And I loved it. And then fast forward a few months, I go to Neiman's, and I'm just sniffing everything in sight. And I smell this, Ryan.
You've never taken me to Neiman's, by the way.
I want to.
Take me to fucking Neiman's.
I want to, baby.
Wine and dine me.
I'm ready. I want to do it. I can't get your ass out of the house half the time. So I'm in Neiman's. I'm smelling everything. And I just happen to spray this. And I go, oh my God, this is what I've been looking for. I've been looking for this, not Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but something a little bit better.
Okay.
Because the new Oud Wood is just kind of tragic.
Really?
Yes. So this, I haven't tried the newest Oud Wood because I think they have like a Oud Wood Parfum now or something.
Okay.
It's all sales gimmicks. You know, guys. You know how it goes with these huge designer brands.
Yeah.
So I smelled this just on a strip.
Go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is this has haunted me, and I've been tempted to buy this for forever. You know, the classic in, out sort of a thing where you put it in the shopping cart, you take it out, you put it back in, you take it out, and finally you just decide to blow your load. And that's what I've done. But I haven't wore it. I've only smelled it on the tester strip. So, of course, after and this is, guys, don't ever do this. If you buy a fragrance, don't, after you've spent the money, go and listen to what everybody says. Because I've heard people talk about this and go, oh, it literally smells like dog shit. I wore it, and the person next to me at work was looking around and smelling, looking under a shoe.
This fragrance?
Yes, this fragrance. And he goes, what do you think it is? And he's like, I think I stepped in dog shit. And he goes, is it this? And he puts his arm over and he goes, that's it. That's the smell I was looking for.
This one?
Yes, this one.
So now you're worried.
I am very worried. But the trigger was already pulled. And this is Nishane's attempt at what they call a Western oud.
Oh, okay.
So
now does Western mean like Americanized type of thing?
More or less,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Which is what oud wood was.
Okay.
When you smell like oud fragrances, like when we were in Italy, going up to some of the actual Middle Eastern houses and smelling some of the oud fragrances, I'm like, oh my God, it is like intense.
Okay.
So when I heard that, I was like, oh, they're, if this is their attempt at a Western oud, then it's going to be more chill, more wearable.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard too many reviews where people have said, yuck.
I'm ready. Dude.
So you just want to tear into it and spray it?
Let's tear it up. No one night stand reviews today. We're going straight to this thing.
That's it. Wild and proud.
Okay. And so far, for the record, and now we love Hasselblad, or at least we think we do. We love Abra Calabria, and we love Woulancha. So Nishane's done good by us so far.
I don't know that I've smelled a fragrance by them that I don't really like, if not love.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a little bit worried about this. So we're just opening up the presentation here. It's a 100 ml bottle.
She be thick. Oh, they sent you a birthday card.
Yeah, all of them come with these postcards. Top notes are pink pepper, cardamom. Heart notes, osmanthus absolute. Base notes, oud accord, sandalwood, and suede.
I feel like that should make a pretty cool fragrance.
And this is part of some collection. Some people who know better than me will know what this is. It's like the time stamp series or some, I don't know.
And it's, as they all are, extrait de parfum. Dude, I'm pumped. Go for
No, you go first, my friend.
Okay. Love their caps. Love their bottles.
In the air, very dry, woody, sweet.
I love it.
Really?
I really do. I don't get dog shit at all, thank God.
Thank God. Woo!
Who the fuck said that?
It was just an online reviewer. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I was supremely worried after that. It almost has like a sweetness to it, like a fruitiness, dried fruits or something.
Ooh, you know what? Hopefully this doesn't ruin it for you a little bit. It's not 1-to-1, but it has a little bit of that vitamin kind of vibe going on.
Yes. Okay. That is like, there's a little bit of harshness to it.
Yeah.
That maybe that is that oud kind of sneaking in, but it's not super animalic or fecal like these guys were describing.
No, not at all. I feel like this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Would this be technically like the first like real oud fragrance that you've ever had?
I don't know. And it says oud accord, so I don't even know if it has actual oud in it.
If it qualifies, okay.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I do have Oud Wood by Tom Ford.
This is very different. It's not bad. I like it a lot.
It's not exactly what I thought it was in the store. In the store, I was like, oh my God, this is it.
Do you think you were blinded a little bit by the other fragrances?
We always are.
Okay.
You always are in the store. You never get the full experience of it.
Yeah.
Until you get back to the Cologne podcast studios.
Which all you guys should come by here.
Come on out. We'll smell a fragrance with you. But it is nice. It's subtle.
I'm going to tell you, I'm giving a little bit away here, but I'm going to be a sucker for a fragrance like this. It has kind of a medicinal thing going on for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not abrasive. It's not like too harsh, but there is a little bit of a challenge to it.
Definitely.
And I like that, but it's not what I would usually want. I like ones that's like their balls are sitting on the table talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
This
definitely.
one, it's like they're underneath the table.
Yeah, but you can still hear them slapping up against stuff. Yeah. I've been thinking about this. And then our friend on Instagram, Smell of Truth, he made a video, which is a very smart video, of how you can like basically upgrade your designer fragrances into niche fragrances.
Okay.
And his take on Oud Wood was to get this one. He's like, don't get Oud Wood, get this.
Huh.
And I remember commenting and saying, yes, I can see this as the best swap for Oud Wood.
God, it is sharp on the card. Like very well put together. I think this was a great blind buy so far for you.
Yes, it is kind of challenging on the skin. I'm not going to say it's as easy and as mass appealing as oud wood. There's something to it. There's a little bite to it.
It's doing a lot on my skin. Like it's doing a few different things from other fragrances. Part of it smells almost like latex gloves a little bit. It's kind of strange, but I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm going to tell you, it's 100% not dog shit.
Yeah, thank God. Woo, good Lord.
I feel like this is the first Nichonnet that we've smelled that does have this challenge and isn't so, I guess the word would be citrus.
Oh, yeah, because most of the Nichonnet fragrances that we've smelled are citrus-based fragrances.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done like Fan Your Flames or 100 Silent Ways or anything like that on the podcast yet.
No. This is definitely a lot different than those three, the Hasavad, Wulong Cha, Abracadabra.
Yeah.
This is totally different, like just totally different than those. But I like it. It feels dressed up. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little bit of a different episode because we dove straight in, okay?
Yeah.
Now that you've smelled it, should we look at price and trend on this real quick first?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Hey, well, I got Fragrantica pulled up.
Todd, open Ryan's laptop.
Got a great voicemail from him.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to put that on that episode. Wow, this is actually released 2 years ago. So on the website, on Nichonnet's website, for 100 ml, you're looking at about $385 for this bad boy. Gray market, depending on where you can find it, about $160, 160 plus bucks somewhere.
Yeah, I got mine for a little under 150.
Really good deal. Holy shit, by the way. Am I crazy? Does it kind of remind you of honeysuckles a little bit?
A little bit. It's that sweetness. Also, a reason why I thought you would like this, Ryan, is a lot of people compare this to the later dry down of Hayat.
Oh, god damn, that dry down Hayat was fucking sick. God, I'm getting kind of a honeysuckle vibe right now. Kind of floral of like how that kind of smells on my skin. God, it smells good. Okay, back to price and trend. So price $385 for 100 ml. 150 plus whatever if you get on the gray market. Trend for this bad boy, she's trending up.
It's kind of at a gradual climb.
Definitely people are finding out something that we did not know about until today.
I do have something posted last month by a user named Crowley over on Fragrantica. And midway through the review, it says, about that fecal part, you get whiffs hours into the dry down. If you or someone else gets close to your skin, let's just say it's not a polite experience. The initial blast is somewhat nice, but lacks the magic of oud wood. It's way more straightforward. Might I say boring even?
Huh. No, I'm not going to say this is boring. It's definitely got something to it. I am vibing this. The tester strip still smells a little medicinal. My hand smells more like, again, it's like a honeysuckle to me a little bit, a little floral like that.
On the card, it gives me more of that woody type smell that I was looking for that, you kind of get out of the oud wood and colognes like it.
Wow, that is sharp. Okay, now that you've taken this in, you've unwrapped the box. The high is gone from blind buying. By the way, what was the feeling of blind buying this? Because usually you don't blind buy a lot.
No, there are two types of people when it comes to gambling, Ryan. The people that are addicted to gambling are ones that get excited when they pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And that's where the dopamine hits. That's why the losses never bother them, because it's the excitement of pulling the trigger.
You think that's what's happening with these blind buys for some people?
Yes.
Okay. That's a good point.
I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that almost throws up every time I spend $100 and something on a fragrance.
But now you're pleasantly surprised, I'm assuming.
Yeah, especially after going and listening to a lot of people drag it through the mud.
Look, guys, I off and on here on this show for the past 3 years, every now and then, and even off air, I'm always like, man, I wish I could find a fragrance that reminded me of honeysuckles. And right now, for some reason, on my skin, it's reminding me of that, and I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this because of that. But let's ask this question now. Who would wear a fragrance like this? what type of person pulls this off?
I don't think he's listening.
Really?
He might be. But I would picture somebody like, and I know he's always wearing something different because he's working on fragrances, but I think of somebody like Mo.
Okay.
Who is always dressed to the nines, but he's kind of eccentric.
Yeah.
You know, he's darker complected, has that facial hair that is so just like beautifully groomed. This fragrance is kind of sweet, so it's inviting, but it's also got a little bit of intrigue in it, a little mystery, and I think that's him.
Yeah, 100% him. They got that sharp exterior,
but that warm, gooey, sweet interior. It's like the chocolate lava cake.
Yeah.
It's like when I remember the first time meeting Mo in person, and I walked up to him and he's got like this serious look because he's working on stuff. And when he notices me coming to him, pops this big smile. Immediately you're like, that feels good. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Somebody that's like so sharp, calling shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you need to give
being the boss.
You need to give the listeners a little bit of background.
If you don't know about Mo, he is the co-creator of Kajal Fragrances.
Yes.
And we had the pleasure of getting to chat with him through a couple of releases that they did. They were nice enough to send us a bottle. We did a couple episodes on him, invited him on, did an interview. And then he kind of opened the door for me to go to Italy to Essence. And so getting to meet him in person, you know, when you interact with somebody online or through the podcast, you're very limited in your amount of time you get to be around them.
Yeah.
So you don't really know that you know him. You feel like you know him,
yeah.
You know, but you're not really sure. And getting to be around Mo in Italy that first year, I was like, I love this guy. He's great. And so when I think about a boss fragrance that's also very sweet and gentle, I can't help but think of that guy, because when you see him, he's calling shots. He knows exactly what's going on. That guy is killing business meetings. But anytime you interact with him, it's like all that goes away. It's like, and he is in there in that moment with you, no distractions.
Yeah.
There are very few people like that in the world. And when you meet one, it leaves a very deep impression on you. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, this is a boss fragrance. It's got a little sweetness to it.
It is a killer scent. So let's go down this rabbit hole. Are you going to skip it?
Sample it?
Or are you going to buy it?
What would you do, Ryan?
I am going to, because you have this, I'm going to sample it two ways, though.
Okay.
The first sample is, I want to see what it's like, because you come in here all the time, or we go walking. I'm always like, what are you wearing, bro? It smells good.
Okay.
I'm going to see, when you're not announcing when you're wearing it, when you just put it on, what I think. Because usually when you're wearing something good, I have to ask. So I'm going to do that sample. Then I want to sample it on me and see what my interactions get on that. Because this thing smells really good. It really does. I know the notes are not there, but for some reason, it really scratches the itch I've had for a long time of wanting to find something that smelled a little bit like honeysuckles, because I love that smell. And this, for some reason on my skin, is giving me that vibe.
I understand where you go with the almost sweet floral type personality it has.
Yeah.
That you kind of get right off the top. And there's more to it. And I'm not going to lie, there's a little bit of, it's got some clackers underneath it as well. So there's some guys out there. You guys will hear, we were ribbing on Jonathan a little bit. He kind of clapped back with a little bit of something about Hasavat. So you'll hear in that episode, there are some people that when they smell Hasavat, they're like, ew, like on the dry down. Yeah. So that may be the case on this one too. I'm just prepping you guys. We don't know yet. I've yet to wear it. And this is so outside of my character to just drop big slurpy dollars on a big juicy bottle.
Yeah.
So honestly, I almost have to say I kind of have to sample it a little bit more to see if I'm in love with it. I know I love it on the card. I know it's nice on the skin right now.
Okay, I had to look this up while he rambled about whatever God knows what just now.
Okay, go for it.
Because it seriously smells so much like a honeysuckle. So while he was talking, I went to the notes, and I remember we clicked on osmanthus, odor profile, an apricot smelling flower, soft, sensuous with a milky, woody, and leather nuance. Okay.
Okay.
Then I just Googled. I just went osmanthus smell like honeysuckle. And sure enough, osmanthus flowers have a sweet, fruity, and floral scent that some say is similar to honeysuckle nectar.
There you go. Everyone, a round of applause for Ryan for being able to Google.
Now that is for sure locked in, that I know that I was right on this, I really fucking love this now. I don't know if it's going to change it to a straight up buy now, but that definitely weighs it heavy on the seesaw over here, you know?
Yeah, that also makes me wonder if you're going to love digging deep into osmanthus heavy fragrances.
Possibly.
We need to find one.
Seriously, because this has answered a prayer I've had for 3 years on this fucking show. Man, what a badass scent, man.
Did you grow up like slurping down honeysuckles?
Yeah, hell yes, I did.
I did too.
Anytime I smell them, I'll be like anywhere. And if I start smelling them, I literally search out till I find it. I got to go pick a flower and pull the stem.
Yeah.
I have to. Exactly. I have to. It's a must.
Whoever started that, I don't know, but I did the same thing. We had a ton growing out by my house as a kid.
Aren't they not some of the best smelling like flowers?
They really are, dude. It's funny because it really connects how our nose and mouth are connected together in smells.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't really know that you really get much out of it to actually taste.
Yeah.
But combined with the smell and it kind of hitting your tongue, it does give you that sensation like you're having some sweet little treat.
God, I'm blown away. I'm glad that you came in on a whim today.
Me too. I wasn't even going to stop by because our schedules got misaligned.
And I was kind of bummed about that, but then he surprised me. He showed up.
You know why I came in? I was actually going to steal the last protein bar.
Thank God I was here to say, hey, Myke, want to split this last
that? You're like, hey, man, I'm really thinking about splitting that. Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about eating it, but yeah, of course. We got some protein bars up here that are freaking delicious.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this show. I certainly did. Myke, bring this heat more often. I feel like we need to be a little bit more spontaneous like this. This was nice. This was a good change up.
I came in, and as soon as I sat down, I got an email that the delivery had been confirmed. So I was like, I'll be right back.
God, it is fucking good. It's good, dude. You did good.
Thanks, pal. Well, if you guys want more episodes like this, you better become a Patreon and fill our pockets full of money, because otherwise we're not just going to be blind buying fragrances like this all the time. God, that just killed Ryan.
Guys, I swear to God, I'm not sick. I'm in that phase where you get over the sickness, but you only cough when you really laugh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So now my laugh's like...
You got like the smokers sort of laugh.
Yeah, it's pissing me the fuck off. Anyway, we love you guys, and until next time, spray it up, y'all.